equinox, not the solstice. That's in December. Right. The equinox happening on the 22nd. We are, ironically enough, I don't know if it's ironic or if it's interesting that we're starting the spiritual business class on the 22nd. It is about changing, right? It is about moving into something new. It's about creating a life for yourself, creating work for yourself that feeds your soul. So this is walking your spiritual path. And how you might do that. We have a lot of information for you if you want to join. The link is below. If you want to join, there's still a few spots left. If you're interested about building your livelihood in alignment with your soul. So that's what we're doing on that class. Let's see where we go. I will be doing the October readings will be up in Patreon right around the 1st. So you'll see those if you're over on Patreon. Also, and like that. Maybe I'll do a special reading for the autumnal equinox. Equal day, equal night, balance, moving into Libra. Okay. All right, air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, these two wanted to jump out. So we'll take those two. And one more, please. All right. View from above. Get the big picture. Get the big picture. Now, great adventure, grace, and gratitude. This is what's on the horizon here. So if you have been feeling stuck, if you have been feeling, I feel like some of you haven't taken a risk. Some of you are going to be taking a risk, okay? And it's going to yield big results. Big results. And this is a new adventure. This is something that you could be kind of like on the fence about right now. Like, should I do this? Is this the right time? I feel like the view from above, you need to connect more with your spirit guides, with God. You need to do that so you can be more confident and understand that the universe has your back at all times. Okay. And so when you do this, when you step into this risk, step into this venture, you'll feel more confident about it and stepping into it with grace and gratitude. Thank you for the opportunity to even do this. Thank you for the chance, the opening to even do this, to even make this choice. Is it a risk? Yes, that's how you're viewing it. But risk, you could be viewing that from a negative perspective, like, ooh, risk, I don't know. But when you get connected with your higher self and you see that it's the path of moving forward is always something new, okay, then you'll be like, oh, all right, I get it, I get it. 6 of Pentacles underneath, 3 of Wands, Strength, I love that, 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, baby, Page of Swords, Moon. There's somebody here, Leo, Pisces, who's watching you. Okay, somebody who's watching you. Interesting. Ace of Cups. Tower. 9 of Cups. I feel like this person wants to reach out. I feel like they're afraid to. Okay? They felt like, or yes, in the past, you manifested them to come in for a new offer. Okay? And they felt like this was it. This was the right thing. And so I feel like something went off sideways here. Because they went from 10 of Pentacles to the Page of Swords. All right? You are in this power place, 8 of Pentacles, doing your work, taking care of yourself. I feel like something went off sideways here. This Tower, clarify the Tower for me. King of Pentacles, King of Swords, Libra energy, Queen of Cups, 6 of Swords, Fool. Okay. So there's a little bit of a, what do they call that? A sword fight. Okay. I feel like you might have had a little power struggle with this person. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. No, sorry. There's Pisces here. Leo, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. And to balance this, there needs to be more feeling. Okay, there needs to be more heartfelt opening. There needs to be an expression. You need to take a risk. Okay, take a risk. And that can be scary. But when you see it from the big picture, you could see that this power struggle thing is not going to get you what you want. Okay, being in this position of I've always got to be man up, I've always got to be the person who is in charge or in control or something like that. You might have just had this power moment. Not sure why. I feel like you both are trying to be in control, trying to be in charge of a situation. All right, you're both trying to do that. And it was just very much easier when you knew you were in control and in charge. And I feel like now that that happened, that this tower happened, there was an offer that blew up. Okay, so this person wants to reach out, but I think they're afraid. And I think they need to take a risk. I feel like you're turning your back on the situation. You manifested them to come in, and they might have acted very arrogantly or very cocksure of themselves, and it came off as a little bit not good. Okay, so I feel like you may need to be the one, since you're the one watching this video. If you want to have a leap of, if you want to take a leap of faith with this person, I don't know that they're going to do anything, because I feel like they're afraid. I feel like they're afraid. But that's one of the things they need to face about themselves. They thought this was a sure deal. Chariot, World, Queen of Pentacles, Empress, one more please, Seven of Pentacles. There's going to need to be some effort put into this relationship, okay? And I feel like this person is afraid. I don't feel like you're the one taking the action. I feel like they're the one that takes the action, even though they're afraid. That's part of the learning here. So take a risk, venture forward. This can be about I feel like it's the other person that needs to take the risk. Okay? And but I also feel like you might need to balance your own King of Swords kind of crustiness here. A little bit of like less cocky on your side, a little bit less, powerful, overwhelmingly powerful. Instead, the balancing needs to happen. And, the balancing, the Libra energy, and then the Queen of Cups. Opening to feeling, opening your heart a little bit more. I feel like this person came across as cocky. And that just didn't work for you at all. That just did not work. This is likely something that got blown up very recently. Okay, Mars energy could be since or around the Mars retrograde, something that got blown up. So that was only like 10 or 15 days ago, not even, right? It was the 9th. So yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. And I feel like if you want to move forward with this person, I do feel like it would be really good on your part to be more in feminine energy than in masculine energy right now. More nurturing, more about yourself, okay? I feel like there is something to heal here. The Seven of Pentacles makes me feel like it's going to take time to build this back up again. It's going to take some time and effort to build this relationship back up again. Okay, so I do feel like you will get what you want here. Okay, you will get what you want by moving more into feminine energy. Now, we're going to look at this person. I feel like they might have some fear around coming right at you. So they might not want to do that. They might want to do this in a little bit of a slyer way, a little more nurturing kind of a way. And that's good, because I think the old way, the very masculine energy here, was not good. Was not good. It just didn't work. It was just like, I can't pick this up. It was just like, ew, right? Like, there was this moment of like, oh, well, I guess you don't really want to be in a relationship with me because you're acting like a jerk, or you're acting too cocky or something like that. Give me more about the Tower, please. Seven of Wands, Star, and Ten of Cups. Okay, so if this can be healed, and I feel like it can, but for you, I feel like there needs to be work here, okay? I feel like you need to put some time and effort into yourself, getting yourself stronger, and stronger in the feminine way. So there's this masculine energy here of like, yeah, you think you can take me? Come on, right? Like, think you're big enough? Come on, right? Like, there's that. And I think this was like kind of a pissing match of like who was going to show their cards first, no pun intended, who was going to show their vulnerability, okay? And I think this was an epic fail, okay? It could be, it just was, all right? It could be happening right now, because Tower is right now. So this person is watching you, to see what you do, to see how you behave, to see if you have maybe put in some work or time and effort. Like they could be watching your Instagram account or your Facebook page or something, just to see sort of what is going on with you. All right. But whatever happens, this is the key to this relationship, is it being more feminine, kind, nurturing, compassionate. There's going to be some generosity here. And I feel like that may be the thing to work on, because this is feminine power. This strength card is feminine power. And feminine power, just because you're kind and compassionate, no disrespect to the masculine power. There's a lot of, when the energies are in balance, okay, that's what we're looking for here. So when the energies get in balance, that means there needs to be more feminine energy here. Too much masculine. And so when the two are solely in their masculine energy, that is not going to work. Look at how much money I make, look at how awesome I am. And there's just this sword fight kind of experience. When both are in their feminine, that's also not going to work, because it's just too watery. Nobody makes a move and nobody takes any action. The person who's been too feminine, and I feel like this is the person here, because this is Pentacles. This is their energy in the past. Pentacles is a feminine energy of groundedness and everything like that. This person needs to add in more of this masculine. So this Chariot energy is very masculine, right? And even though that's Cancerian energy, you see how it's balanced? And you likely need to bring in more feminine energy, more compassion, more understanding, more awareness, okay? So that will be healing for this connection, and we'll bring it together. All right. So the blowing apart is happening right now, or has just happened. And so now the path forward needs to be, putting in some effort, putting in some time, putting in some work on the self to balance. I love that we're going into Libra. I love that we're having the equinox, equal day, equal night, right? Equal male, equal female, yin yang. And that is going to be a risk on both of your parts, to like one step back from so much masculine and one step forward from so much feminine. This person, it's likely to show itself in such a basic way, since this is an Ace of Cups here. It's likely to show itself in such a basic way, like who asks who for a date. And I feel like the feminine energy here might have exerted more masculine, but still expecting the other person to ask the masculine to ask for the date. The masculine has gone to the more feminine side, needs to create more masculine and Chariot and pick up the sword and like sort of like, would you like to go on a date with me kind of thing. All right. So even if you're in relationship with this person, there's a power struggle here. Okay. There's a power struggle here for who's going to take the lead, who's going to say what, who's going to bring about the healing of this. So for you, I do feel like what needs to happen is more feminine energy. If you're watching this, I feel like you might be too masculine, needing to bring in more feminine energy, and then a risk can be taken. When things are balanced, that risk is going to work. It might have been too, the original risk might have been too much masculine, and that did not work. Okay. Okay. So the link is below for you. Air sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Feel free to swap around the characters, whatever works for you. If this resonates for you, I am going to continue this reading. If you'd like to keep going with me, the link is below for you, and I'll see you over there.